Gen 1 are here. Nintendo just announced Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee in their reimaginings of the best generation of Pokemon. So, we're going to go over every generation to find out which one is the best. Gen 1 is the best. It has the best Pokemon in the entire series, the best gameplay, and the best strategies. For example, in the later games, critical hits are tied to random events, and so there's no strategy at all. You just it's basically luck. I don't want luck and random events in my role-playing game about Pokemon. That's why Gen 1 gets it right, because the faster your Pokemon is, the more critical hits they land. So the strategy is to get fast Pokemon. See, why can't the later gens just adopt the mechanics of the best gen there is? Gen 1 also introduces the best Pokemon in the entire series. Fan favorites such as Pikachu, Onix, Psyduck, and it is home to the rarest, best Pokemon in the entire series. That's right, Zubat. Overall, if you're just getting into the Pokemon series, this is the only generation you need to play. The only one. I recommend you play every game in the generation because they are the best in the series. You can skip all of the other ones. Just make sure you play this one because this is the only one that matters. 10 out of 10. Generation 2 is nowhere near good as Generation 1. However, I would say the game is about half good, because you see, after you beat the boring Johto region and capture all the stupid second gen Pokemon, you get to go back to the Kanto region and catch all of the first gen Pokemon. And that's where the game is actually fun, because you can go back and play all of Gen 1 over again. And so they also kept the mechanics from Gen 1, which there is still strategy with the critical hits and speed. So the mechanics are still good in second gen, and they brought back everything good from Gen 1. They just added a few things that didn't need to be added. If they just kept the same Pokemon in the same location every single game, it would have been fine. But I mean, it's not terrible, so I'll give it a pass. 7 out of 10. Gen 3 is the home of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, but none of those games matter. The only games in Gen 3 that matters is Fire Red and Leaf Green. They are remakes of Gen 1, which means better graphics, which is always a plus for Gen 1. However, they did change some of the mechanics. For example, the critical hit situation. Now it's random, and that is stupid. Now there's no strategy in Pokemon whatsoever. I can go to the tournament with Magikarp and win every time if I get a critical hit every time, because it's all random. At least in first gen there was a strategy in order to win, which is just to pick the fastest Pokemon, but there's a strategy. Now it's just all random events in an RPG. No one likes random events in RPGs. So, yeah, I do not like the mechanics they added, and I also do not like how they inputted Gen 2 and Gen 3 Pokemon into Gen 1 with the after game, because they only should have kept Gen 1. Maybe a few evolutions of Gen 1 Pokemon, that would be fine, but like they shouldn't have added new Pokemon, especially in my Gen 1 remake. I give it a 8 out of 10. Gen 4 consists of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. However, just like Gen 3, those games don't matter. The only ones that matter are the remakes, which is Soul Silver and Heart Gold this time, which are remakes of Gen 2. And Gen 2 is good after you get out of the bad part. You get to go back to the Kanto region, and it's Gen 1 again, so half the game is still fun. However, Gen 4 also has the mechanics of Gen 3, so there's RNG, and everyone knows there should be no RNG in an RPG. Everyone knows that. So, I'm going to give it a step down on the rating and say 6 out of 10. Generation 5 is just terrible, god awful. One, they barely brought back any of the Pokemon from Gen 1, and those are the only Pokemon that matters. But also, the story is too good for a Pokemon game. What is this? Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy? No. The story should never be this good. All it needs to be is the 8 gyms, the Elite Four, and then fight your rival. Why does this game have story and character development? All I want to do is be able to play my game, not wait 5 minutes for an anime fight. So, yeah. Gen 5 is just garbage. I would never recommend playing it. And I'm sad that I own a copy myself. Do not play these games. They are complete trash. If you own this game, I am so sorry. I don't know if you bought it thinking it was good or someone gave it to you for a present, but Gen 5 is just terrible. See, if they did put like Gen 1 Pokemon, like a lot more of them in, it might have been better. But no, they didn't. Not even Pikachu is in this game. That's how you know it's bad. But if you don't have Gen 1, then I would say just don't play any of them. Because this is just so much worse than all the other ones. Like, at least Gen 2, 3, and 4 incorporated some type of Gen 1. Gen 2 had half the game was in Kanto. Gen 3 had remakes of Gen 1. Gen 4 had remakes of Gen 2. Gen 5 has nothing. Gen 5 is just garbage. Do not play it. Story is way too good. The rivals, and there's too much character development, and so just don't play it at all. Like, if you own a DS, don't even worry about getting this. Instead, I would either get the GBA port or remake of the first gen, or if you don't have a DS Lite, you have like a DSi or 3DS or something, then I would just get the second gen remakes. But if you have a 3DS on the Virtual Console, they have ports of Red, Blue, and Yellow. So I would recommend you get those because at least that is pure Gen 1. Do not buy this garbage. This game is a 0 out of 10. Do not play it. I haven't actually played Gen 6, but it has nothing to do with Gen 1, so 0 out of 10. Okay, so I've been ignoring this problem up until now. As of Gen 7, there are 720 Pokemon. That is ridiculous. Like, how am I ever supposed to catch them all? See, you know what would make this game better? If they cut down the Pokemon just a teeny bit. So cut it down from 720 to 151. That would be better. Then I would give it a 10 out of 10. But for now, 0 out of 10. Hey guys, obviously this was just a joke. I was just making fun of the Gen 1ers who think that's the only good game. But I hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys!